Welcome back to OBTV, the place for news, reviews and trends from the promotional merchandise industry. Today we're joined by Tom Armitage from Yob Golf to talk us through all that's available in the golf world, but you'd be surprised at some of the things that Yob can offer us. Tom, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Yob Golf.
About me personally, I'm a golf professional. I started playing golf at the age of 7, but I've been a professional golfer since the age of 20.
Right.
And basically at the age of 25 I got the opportunity to move out to Hong Kong.
Nice.
And I've always been quite entrepreneurial, and I thought I'll try and do a little bit of teaching out there and try and find some product I could bring back. And after 2 years in Hong Kong, didn't give one golf lesson and spent all my time sourcing in Dongguan, and hence there was Yob Golf starting.
Right,
Yeah.
excellent. And where's Yob Golf today?
Today, we're the largest supplier of logo products, I dare say, in Europe.
Right.
We're operating kind of three markets: golf retail, which is kind of where I came from. I mean, I basically start with my partner, Rob Woolhouse, who's a golf pro as well.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to make golf products that we want to sell, in golf stores. So we supply over 1,000 golf clubs in the UK. Right. So we've got about a 40% market share with that, and then. We also supply the promotional gift industry yourselves, but we've also, in the last 3 years, it's come from customers coming to us. We've now got a trade supply arm of the business.
Okay.
Our largest customer being TaylorMade Adidas, making product for them.
Wow.
Callaway as well, and some other brands.
Busy then. Do you actually get any chance to play any golf?
I've got 2 sets of golf clubs at the moment, and last year I used one set that's in Spain twice and the other set in the UK 3 times. So yeah, it's kind of took me away from the course, but that's what happens when you work in the golf industry. Stop playing golf.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So obviously, something that we discussed before here is golf is sometimes a tricky one, because unless you're a golfer, you possibly don't know much about the types of balls or what you need on a golf day.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people watching this have steered away from golf products in the past. What we're going to try and do is very, very briefly educate on the different types of balls, what you can do with balls, and what else is available. So
Yeah.
On a standard golf day, what would you expect?
What you find on a golf day, per se, like I say, is that they're not cheap to run and host. So an average golf day, you're spending probably in excess of £10,000, £15,000. And it's kind of the done thing, a bit like kids coming away from a child's party. You need a good bag with cake in it. It's expected you give everyone a welcome gift.
And my daughter rates the party by the goodie bag, to be honest.
But we work with a lot of or pretty much most of the leading golf event companies, and they go a little bit of a stage further, and we try to bring that into the promotional gift market as well, because a good golf event, yes, you're getting a good welcome gift. Yeah. You've also got a good prize table if you're fortunate to win. But when you spend a lot of money on the venue, you want to dress the venue as well. So you do things like logo pin flags and the little touches that make it feel like an event. And like I say, you're branding the venue for the day.
Cool. And that's something that we can take people through. They
sure,
don't have to have all the knowledge. They don't have
that's
to be
what we're here
golfers.
to help. Yeah.
Brilliant. And so that's interesting. Don't think your golf days are just about buying some balls. You can take a whole venue and have things like the pin flags, the pop-ups by the holes, and that just goes on and on and on. So do talk to us about that. Let's get on to the products you brought with us.
Yeah. I mean, the most popular or the most common 3 golf products that get bought are golf balls, golf tees, golf towels. They're the kind of staples that we kind of, when we came into the industry, found ourselves starting off selling. Yeah. And the most popular golf gift is a sleeve of 3 golf balls on a golf day, often in the woods or in the ponds, or not to be lost within the first 4 or 5 holes. So they're the popular items, towels, so to speak. But what we're trying to do with those items is increase the value add. When you're looking at them, when you're giving out, the balls are in the packaging of the brand. It just tends to got quite a small logo on there. And what we're doing now, especially for 2017. Selling balls in 3s, because that's how they're given out. Yep. But coming up with some good solutions for the way they're wrapped, that just add that little bit of sparkle when you're receiving the gift on the golf day. So we can do custom packaging from it's not particularly expensive. So the balls can be given out in your branded packaging. The next level up, so that's the entry level. The good, the better. If we do the card tubes. and then tins is more of a premium thing we've done there. But we do all sorts of different custom options and different ways of giving the balls away. So we put the balls into gift boxes, gift bags, and just try and be creative. And for us, we view it as a good gift if they're actually going to keep the packaging, keep the goodie bag, keep the gift bag, and do it that way.
And are you restricted going onto the packaging? Like you say, on a golf ball, you are restricted to your print area. Packaging wise,
no, it's just literally anything. It could be anything you want. I mean, that particular sleeve we've got here, that's something we did for a TaylorMade. They've got a Star Wars Disney license.
Right.
In terms of that's just a subtle Chewbacca packaging. It's literally a blank canvas. You can be really creative on it.
And again, I know I keep banging on about this every time, but one of the trends from Sourcing City last year was that this year people are going to be using full colour more. And if your golf ball cannot take necessarily a intricate full colour design, you can see here, you can actually get creative again. Chewbacca on this, but it could be that if you've got some great photos, great shots, or a full colour logo, it brings that logo to life. Again, something we were talking about is compliance. We're talking about sustainability. By actually adding some packaging like this product, rather than just chucking away this sleeve, this could be a pen put on a desk. Your actual brand is then retained, and from a sustainability point of view, you've got something that's actually going to be long lasting. So that's really cool. Something that we haven't touched on just yet is you've mentioned TaylorMade, that have the Star Wars and Disney license. Yeah. That must be a huge shot in the arm for you, but also I think tells everyone just how Yob are viewed, and clearly the CSR, quality assurance, and everything else that you've got in place.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, it was a great honour to be invited to be a part of that project. But not only did we do it, we produced 50 items for them, but we designed everything, manufactured and fulfilled the whole thing on a global scale everywhere outside of North America. And the time I spent in the Far East has really helped us on the sourcing side of things. We're not a company that. We've got a China office with 3 full-time staff over there, but we've really the compliance side is really important to us. So we had to pass Adidas group audits, which are stringent, and Disney on top of that. So it was a double whammy. So it was really good to be invited to do that, and also a good challenge, because one of the remits was that the products. Can you imagine with Star Wars Disney, they're saying they don't want something that's been done before. So every product we did, we had to try and do something in terms of the way the product was logoed. There was a new branding technique, that has then helped us because we've transferred those techniques into the promo market as well. So that's it was a good project.
Brilliant. And what else we've got?
Now, in terms of things like that, what we're trying to do is take the we're a company of golf professionals and trying to help you guys. It's fantastic with to be given the opportunity to produce products for someone like TaylorMade. I mean, on terms of with like the golf balls. Titleist is the #1 ball in golf. It's got a massive market share, but TaylorMade are doing well with balls now. So the world currently today, the world #1 Dustin Johnson plays TaylorMade's ball. Jason Day #2 plays their ball. So it's good product. It's been it's good to be able to work along those side of things. But we're continually developing new things. I mentioned towels before. It seems to be pulling from over here. The most popular towel over the last few years, probably the last 10-15 years, has been cotton velour towels.
Yes.
We're now doing sublimation towels. We produce these in-house, we can personalise them. So we're really trying to, all the time, one of the most common questions in this industry is what's new.
Yes.
But, we're trying to bring stuff, out to market that's not just new, but it's actually, moving things along and, like I say, being able to do things in a different way. So it's not just about the logo. Actually, with microfiber towels, they're 10 times more absorbent than cotton, and it's been a huge sales. So that towel now represents more of our towel sales than cotton.
And again, who would have thought that golf towels would move on? Been in the industry long enough, and like you say, velour towels were the mainstay. The other thing you've got to also remember is that you're saying these are dye subbed up in
our production facility in Sheffield.
And so it doesn't actually have to be just a golf towel either. We're talking about golf, and obviously that's very, very important. But this towel, you've got doing an away day, you're doing an off-site, or your gym, or your sports club. That's a perfect towel that can have full colour again. I keep banging on about it, but you know, that's powerful. That's a very, very powerful message. So that's really interesting. And price-wise, how do they compare to the velour price-wise?
It's comparable basically.
Right.
I mean, we do that. We do the staple kind of towel over the last few years has been the trifold
Yes.
cotton velour.
Yeah.
The same version of that, because we do it in a trifold version as well, it's exactly the same price.
Right.
Yeah. So and also as well now with some of the logos, you know, they're really hard to reproduce onto, you know, with embroidery, where, you know, digital print you can really do some stuff with it.
Get aeroplanes and all sorts of trucks. Excellent. So I like that. I like that a lot. That's golf. You know, golf's generally quite a traditional sport. And that's pushing it forward. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, we can't reinvent the products, you know, but we'll come up with new products. Occasionally there's the odd one or two, but we're just trying to all the time take what's already out there and just do it better. That's what we've always tried to do.
Excellent. What else we got?
I think, I mean, as a company, you know, we're known in the industry as Yob Golf.
Yes.
But you know, I was touching on it earlier on about the golf events. You know, we do so many marquees, course branding, flags, banners, that kind of stuff. That ended up spawning Yob events as a sub brand. And then on the retail side of the business, you know, we work with the majority of the big golf resorts, venues, and you know, with our kind of sourcing and production capabilities, we produce full collections now, kind of as a, you know, kind of left to right, top to bottom. So we can produce bespoke golf bags, bespoke clothing. So there's a design theme that goes all the way through, and we're looking forward to bringing that into the promo industry this year, because there's a lot of brands who are heavily involved in golf. We can offer something that's, you know, really, really special and of a retail quality. And then on the back of that, we do so much with luggage and things like that that you know, we're finding that we're being requested to do executive gifts on things like holdalls and you know, luggage, that type of products. And that's one thing I'll just pull up here, that, you know, this is a stock product we have, minimum order of one. You can see with the DHL logo on there, that's in, you know, it's embroidered in tonal, nice and subtle. But you know, this is, you know, we supply thousands of these into the golf retail environment, but you know, it also works really, really well as an executive gift.
It does, yeah.
But the really special thing with this as well is that with the bespoke side of things, we can do 25 pieces, custom colours, custom linings. It's, you know, it's been really well received, and it was probably at the recent PPE trade show we did this year. There were, you know, a lot of people saying great new gift, looking forward to putting that to customers.
And then that's from 25 pieces you can start customising it.
Yeah, it's custom materials, custom colours. You know, you can really play around with it. So I mean, essentially the company start with two golf pros who just like designing their own golf products. So you know, we are the place to come to if you want to, you know, play around, design your own stuff. Yeah, you can go wild with it. We've had some customers who design some awful things. You know, when they're picking their own colours, that's one of the dangers of creativity. But you know,
but the customer's always right. So
well, it looks great. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, Rob. Something, Tom. Something I ask everyone. Where do you see Yob Golf going in the future, and where do you see the golf pro industry going in the future?
It's a big question. To answer the first one, as a company, you know, we're really focused now on, you know, we've really made sure we've kind of collected all the pieces. Now we've got everything to fill the jigsaw with what we can produce in the UK. Yeah. We're really strengthening the China side and the Far East production, and you know, we produce products as well now. We've got some with the official distributor to several really top products like Pitch Fix, which is the world's #1 divot tool, stuff like that. And
are these Pitch Fix in here? What are they?
No, they're actually ones we've developed ourselves that are in the gift box.
And I've got to show everyone these. These are cool because can't have a Star Wars brand and not show the Star Wars pitchforks. I mean, how cool are they?
Yeah, I just can't believe how many of those that were actually sold, because people think, who would buy a collection of divot tools? But the brand is so big.
I was going to say, I bet people that don't even play golf have bought these to add to their Star Wars collection.
Now they've sold thousands of that gift set. It's one of the best selling lines.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And what about the golf promo industry? What can you see for the future?
I mean, we're trying to help put really new, fresh products into the into the arena, and you know, and we're also, you know, people like yourself, you've been really receptive to it, and we're just trying to help you put better products out there. So I think that there's going to be, you know, over the next 2-3 years, of the people who are partnering and working with us, that hopefully we're going to help, you know, make golf days better, produce better, more creative product, and you know, and you know, kind of build on that platform. But as a company, we're, you know, doing more and more other markets now. We're doing Iceland is a big market for us bizarrely now, and you know, the
Golf in the
UAE.
snow.
Yeah, it's just hopefully I think they're just trying to make sure that, you know, make good product, people come and buy it, and you know, it's exciting. And
something that we spoke about at the beginning. Look, you know, we want our supply chain to get closer to our clients. And again, if you are worried or you're not 100% sure about golf, you know, look, we're happy to bring Tom along to meetings, show the whole range, and actually do a bit of education on what can be done, what's possible. You know, you don't have to be an expert. You know, Tom's a golf pro. He has a great company, and we're more than happy to bring Tom into your office, or you come here to understand golf days, what's possible, without that feeling of stupidity or I don't know. You know, don't stay away from what could be actually a great tool to promote your brand. Tom, thank you for coming. Honestly, it's brilliant, and again, it's great to learn new things. As always, anything that you at home have liked or enjoyed, then please get in touch. Please send your inquiries. You need samples or further information, just let us know. So thank you very much, Tom, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot.